Hi guys. Hello there, and welcome again to Intellectual Radio, and we're direct from Triton College, coming to you direct from Triton College, and remembering that this is your show. It's all about you, the people who make society tick. You are indeed the people who make society tick, 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 tick. Yes, sir, Bob. And we're always interviewing guests. We can interview you also. Let us know about what you do and what you have and what you'd like to market. Yes, sir, Bob. So we're here today with Mr.
Mike Parnell.
Mike Parnell, and we have another guest that's coming on too, I think. But in either case, we'll be talking with Mr. Mike Parnell from Magnum Scuba and Dive Shop. We've got to learn more about this dive shop, and it's all about swimming and diving and breathing and all that good old stuff. I know it's underwater, but since I don't swim, we're going to let Mr. Magnum, whoa. We're going to let Magnum, this is the Magnum man, the man Magnum from Magnum Scuba and Dive Shop. Let's hear from you, Mr. Parnell, about, hey, why and how did you start this place called Magnum, and then tell us why Magnum. I know there's a Magnum 357.
Well, actually, Magnum quality.
Okay.
That's what it's defined as, like a Magnum of fine wine. Yes.
Wow.
Champagne. Okay. It's a measure of quality.
Okay.
And I was praying once, and I asked God to show me a name for this business that He's given me. And that's what came to mind.
Okay.
And then I looked it up and realized that it's a measure of quality, and that's what I'm supposed to provide.
Okay.
It's a very high measure of quality. But anyway,
high measure of quality.
What happened with me, I was a young kid. My dad was the minister.
Okay.
And I used to hang around a lot of ministers all the time with him. And one of the ministers asked me once, what are you going to be when you grow up? And I think that he thought I was going to say a minister. Well, I really am a minister, actually. But I said a diver. And my father,
I know that threw them back.
Yeah, looked at me like, diver, Michael? And so I said, yeah.
Did you know how to swim at that time? No. Okay.
And I don't even know why they came out. They came out. And later on, my dad asked me about it. And I said, well, I've been thinking about diving, Dad, but I don't know anything about it. I said, do you? Well, let's go to the library and look up underwater exploration and things of that nature. So that's what we started to do. And we started reading books on it. The more I read about it, the more interested I became. Aside from my dad being a minister, he also was an artist.
Okay.
And so we would go out on the lakefront on Saturday mornings, and he would draw portraits of people. While we were out there, we would look at the water, and he would talk to me about what was down there and things of that nature. So I became very interested in it. Anyway, that left. It left me. I went to school for something totally different, but I wasn't really pleased with it. This diving thing became greater and greater impressed upon me. So anyway.
So did you already know how to swim? Did I ask you
by this time, by the age of 20, yes, I was swimming.
Okay.
Yes. And I started looking into some diving classes locally. As that they would not train me.
Oh.
I was African American.
Oh my golly gee whiz.
And yeah, so the schools wouldn't train blacks to dive.
Yeah, that happened quite some time ago.
Yeah.
They didn't want to do that at all. I don't
exactly.
know. I sort of do know why.
Okay.
Yeah, I really saw it. They said it would contaminate the water. This is what I had heard from when the kids started going to school, that blacks would contaminate the water, so we can't let them in the water. And they held it back for a long time. I remember that. Yeah. I was a kid myself, but and I wanted to take swimming in school myself, but I didn't know how, and I wanted to take it, but I wasn't permitted, it seemed like. I cried, but who cared?
Well, there were so many different reasons that people had for it, but anyway, didn't get discouraged. I was getting ready to go into another college to go for another profession, and I had a year to wait.
Okay.
And during that time, I decided I wanted to have a fun job. And who worked for Delta Airlines encouraged me to go to work for Delta Airlines as a flight attendant. I was very small then. And so I said, sure. Anyway, Eastern hired me.
Okay.
Eastern Airlines hired me. So I worked on the ramp while I was waiting to go to school. And during that time, I would read a lot of the magazines that was laying around the ramp, and it showed these diving schools in different parts of the Caribbean.
Okay.
And the people that were owning those schools looked like me. And I said, oh, okay. Well, during that time, you could fly first class if you worked for the airlines, $12.
Wow.
You could fly coach for $6. You could get as much time off as you wanted, working double shifts and working for other people. So I would get my time established, and I'd go to the Cayman Islands and take a class. Then I'd go to Belize and take a class. Well, that 1 year that I was waiting turned out to be 12 years. Because I was taking all these classes all throughout the Caribbean and just having a ball with it. I'm having fun, and my credentials were just growing. And I wasn't even interested in the credentials, just I was having fun diving.
Would accept, like you say,
Oh,
they
yeah.
look like you.
Absolutely. And
Right,
those were the
okay.
very best schools for diving.
Aha.
The ones here were subpar compared to the ones there. I mean, you were out there in the ocean. You were out there with, with the marine life and the walls and the different things in the ocean. So you're getting the best training there imaginable.
And kept your interest going.
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
For
Indeed.
12 years. And then Eastern closed their doors. And when they closed their doors, I looked at my stack of credentials, which surpassed the credentials of those that were trying to keep me out of the industry. So then there was nothing they could do to stop me.
And that's good, folks, because young boys out there, you young men, you've got to get your credentials, as you heard him say, the credentials. You've got to get credentials. In other words, it's become certified, become validated. Those are the credentials that you need. And he will now, Mr. Parnell will help you get that now. And it is we are now in what, the 21st century?
21st century, yes.
But back in the 80s and 90s, 70s and 80s and 90s, I was in school in the 70s and high school rather. And yes, I did want to take swimming. But
well, this was
it was a
the
fear.
70s.
Somehow the fear came in when they didn't allow me to do it. And we were the girls. And so I guess I've kept this fear also. But I'm going to try it. I said, I'm going to try it with you. I think I'll try. I'm going to see what will happen. I'm sometimes scared of my ears. That's the one thing that I'm a little worried about is my ears.
Well, you're going to learn about the physics and the physiology of diving,
Okay.
The squeezes and the things that you need to avoid and the things that you need to correct, how the body works at depth. So you're going to learn about all those things in a very basic course.
Because they say when you go way farther down, when you come up too fast, you'll have the bends.
Well, that's another thing you're going to learn about. All of those laws of physics and all of those various maladies, that's what we teach. At Magnum Scuba, we teach everything in diving from basic all the way through the instructor level. So we teach a lot of specialties. I teach underwater photography, wreck diving, deep diving, rescue. We teach underwater navigation, mixed gas diving.
Underwater photography.
Oh, yes.
Yes, sir.
I'm an underwater photographer.
Yeah,
so we teach a lot of specialties as well. When we go to the Yucatan, we go into the cenotes, which are the entrances into the cave systems, things of that nature. So it's a lot of exciting stuff that we do.
The caves there are caves down there.
Oh, yeah.
Into those caves?
Well, not really. I mean, once you learn about them and you learn how to dive them properly, the proper procedures to take, you have to make sure that you're not claustrophobic. Things of that nature, right. Because if you're claustrophobic, that's the last place you want to be is inside of a cave.
Inside of a cave, underwater, right?
Underwater. There's a great movie about that. It's called Sanctum.
Oh, okay.
Sanctum, yeah. If you watch that movie, man, that's exciting.
Oh, that's exciting. Will it scare you?
It's exciting. It'll tell you the true story about cave diving and mixed gas diving using various technical equipment as rebreathers, things of that nature. That stuff excites me.
You also talked about on there airplanes and things of that sort.
In Lake Michigan.
In Lake Michigan,
yeah.
Right.
We have over 1,000 wrecks in Lake Michigan. Lake Michigan has some great history as far as wrecks are concerned.
Wow.
During World War II, we did a lot of
so that's another
aircraft.
Area that's opening up.
Oh, yeah. There was a lot of aircraft carrier training out of Lake Michigan. And so the airplanes often missed the boat. So they're still out there.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
So, you don't have to really go far to utilize your diving skills. all the Great Lakes are available. There's plenty of stuff. Then we have training facilities like Pearl Lake in South Beloit, Illinois, which is a divers training facility. And I've been diving there since the 1970s.
In Pearl Lake, Illinois, where's that?
Pearl Lake is in South Beloit, Illinois. It's near Rockford.
Oh, okay.
And they have a variety of things sunken at various depths for divers. And whenever we're training divers locally, that's usually where we go.
I see.
Yeah. So,
well, okay, guys. Hey, we're talking with Mr. Mike Parnell of Magnum. I like that name, Magnum. Magnum Scuba and Dive Shop. And he's an expert swimmer. He's an expert in all of the things that he's doing relating to swimming. So he's one of those people who make society tick, 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 tick. And this is what we do. We highlight people who make society tick. Movers and shakers. Yes, sir, Bob. Movers and shakers. And Mr. Michael Parnell, how long have you been in business there?
Well, I started diving in the 70s, and I opened my first dive shop in 1980. My fourth shop. I've been all throughout the city. I was on 11th and State for 12 years. I was at 850 North Lakeshore Drive in the Northwestern University, and now
diving there.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
absolutely.
how neat! Wow, Northwestern University.
Yeah, 850 North Lakeshore Drive.
Wow. Yeah. Okay.
And now we're over at 5831 West Madison Street.
51 West Madison. Got
right
that,
in the
folks.
Community. Yeah.
Right in the Austin community.
Yes.
Yes, sir, Bob. Right across the street from Oak Park, Illinois. Also, it's a part of Illinois, and we have the Oak Park area and the Austin area, which Oak Park is building a bridge to the Austin area. They know how successful people are over in that area, and they are now building a bridge for folks to continue to learn, continue to shop, and continue to do good old things too. Please, sir.
My phone number is 773-412-3723.
Got that, guys? Got that? Ticking.
3723.
Got that, guys?
Yes.
All right, super neat. All right, we're going to be back in a moment. Take a light break here. We'll be back in a moment. And I do believe that we'll be able to bring on one of the other guests that's going to be here, that's here now. So hang in there with us, guys. We'll be back in a moment. Thank you. Of the community, one of those pillars of the community, and he has begun his venture in the Austin community. So they're called Pillars of Austin. And we also have another person who's on here, and this is Mr. Walter Logan. He is indeed one of those people who also makes society tick, 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 tick. Yes, sir, Bob. Movers and shakers. That's what the show is all about. Movers and shakers. Doctors and lawyers and plumbers and all of these are guys that help society make itself tick, because they're people who we need to make sure that we will be communicating with and that they will be doing our work. We want them to make sure that they do good jobs. So what we'd like to do is to make sure we highlight those people who do those good jobs here in our community. And let's now speak now with Mr. Walter Logan, who's a photographer for the community. Walter Logan and Associates Photography. Yes, Mr. Walter Logan. Let's know a little bit more about you, sir. You are indeed one of those people who make society tick, 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 tick. Yes, sir, Bob.
Hello there, radio man. My name is Walter Logan, Senior, Logan Associate Video and Photography. Usually my wife is by my side, Beverly Willis Logan. She's also a photographer. I'm not going to teach her videography because she's trying to boss too much. But Lord, I love her. Now, I got set up today, but God said at all times be ready. A bit about what's going on in my life today. I'm living in a community that's full of anger, no hope. I feel like I have a ministry. Logan Associates is not just a business for me, it's a ministry. I do a lot of work in the churches, the schools. I work with the drug addicts, the prostitutes. I've even had an opportunity to work with police officers, DCFS. I work for the Archdiocese for about 15 years, 10 years as a preventionist, worked as a substance abuse counselor. And I've just about worked at just about, you name the substance abuse programs. And I still work in a lot of churches. Wherever God takes me. I believe in telling not just my story, but other story through digital imagery. Currently, I've got 30 years of research. My story. I'm going to tell my story. No one else is going to tell my story, but at the same time, I'm helping others tell their stories. It's been a long process. I've had a lot of physical problems, but God is still in charge. I'm excited.
Yes, sir.
I'm escalated and motivated and stimulated by my Heavenly Father. I'm glad to be here amongst all these wonderful folks, because I find out everything that we need, we already got it within us. And God has a way of bringing us together with others to help us reach our destiny. And I just thank Society's people, these two wonderful people, one to my left and one to my right. Also the engineer, just for to get up here to speak today, but I have nothing to hide. I have a long history. I have a lot of issues, and the first issue that I had an opportunity to address was the issue of abandonment. My mother, she's gone. Came from Mississippi. I used to sleep in the woods. I used to go to church. You name the churches I went to, 7 days a week. And at 8 years old, I could sew anything a woman could sew, cook anything a woman could cook. And I went through the hills of Mississippi, helping the elders. Came to Chicago and got lost.
Yeah,
my dope spot was behind my church. I don't care who know it. Most folks know it. But in 1975, I shut that dope spot down. I haven't sold dope since then. I also had 2 wives. Some folks say, how you do it? I said, some things just between me and God. But I know one thing. I got 1 wife today, and I haven't sold dope, and I've been able to help others cope. One of my missions, I feel, is to give hope to the young folks. I would like to say future. So many young folks have no idea that there is a way out. And I tell them all, I say, if you ever sold dope like I did, you can sell real estate, you can sell cars, you can sell just about anything. That's the hardest selling game there is.
Yes,
and I'm motivated. I'm motivated by those young folks. I feel like there's so much fear and confusion in the streets now. And I was talking to a gentleman the other day, and he said, Walter, he told me, he said, if them young folks get their heart together, you're not going to have to tell them to pull up their pants. They're going to tell all their friends to pull up their pants. And I thought that was one of the most profound statements that I've heard since I've been working out there on those streets.
Yeah.
I just want to thank God for an opportunity to speak today. It was just 4 or 5 days ago that I was paralyzed. I couldn't move. My hip went out, my back went out, my knee went out. And my thinking was so crazy, I thought I was getting ready to go see the Heavenly Father. But I thank God today that I endured the pain. And I'm here to tell folks there is hope. We can't blame Trump. We can't blame Obama. I believe it's truly a spiritual warfare, and it's going to take something greater than all of us to bring us through. I don't know how much talking she want me to do today because I can go on and on, but I thank you all.
Hey guys, that's Mr. Walter Logan, and one of the successors. He makes it work. Not only does Mr. Parnell make it work, Mr. Logan makes it work also. It's actually a part of the in spirit, the spirit that's within. And guys, we do have that spirit within. I've been through quite a few things myself, and so I'm very glad that he's pulled me through. And the show is not only about the people who just have something to say, because if whatever they have to say is, it should be important to you, because we're telling a story and we're very honest about it, and we're letting you into our little part of our lives, which helps you, we hope. And then please give us a call, because you can call in. You can also call in to, which is the phone number. I'll give you that phone number, and then I'll give you our phone number. You can call into that also. And I will repeat again Mr. Parnell's phone number. But Intellectual Radio is area code 708-223-8953. So call in and let him know also how well you think that we're doing. This is a new show, although it's fresh from Triton College, because we were in college, had. Now I feel like, because I there, and it was to me, it was the little baby that I helped nurture and name Society's People. It's all about people who make society tick, and whatever profession that the folks are in, they are making society tick. They're helping to make society tick, 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 tick. Yes, sir, Bob. And we would like to highlight them, and we'd like to show them that we care. That's another thing too, is we want to show the people that we care. So we're glad to know Mr. Logan, and we want you to know Mr. Logan and Mr. Parnell. And these are two successful businessmen, business for quite some time. Sometimes maybe you don't know that you're in business, because it starts out as a hobby, which is mine started out as a hobby. So most of the time, I think it starts out as a hobby. My children, they'll still think that it's a hobby, and I let them think that. But it's really a little business for me. I enjoy what I do, and I'm grateful to God for helping me do what I do, and that is to highlight the folks that's doing also, and helping others and showing others what can be done with just a minute amount of strength. And then it blossoms from there, and the track record shows it. There's a track record that's behind Mr. Parnell. There's a track record that's behind Walter Logan. So, record guy, it may start out as a hobby, but the track record is being built, and it's continuing to build. Appreciate the men that we appreciate. Everyone we appreciate, like I said, doctors and lawyers and plumbers and carpenters, roofers, and of course the photography, and also the swimming instructor. See, there's so much to be done in this world, and God grants us a lot of those little opportunities that we start with. So once we start with them, we can't give them up. We like to keep on rolling with it. Let's keep on rolling with it, guys. We would appreciate it. You're coming to Society's People, and that phone number is 708-227-2527. And Mr. Hey, I like that name, Magnum. Yes, sir, Bob. His phone number is 773-412
3723.
3723. Got that? Write it down, guys. Put it on your agenda, and give us a call. Remember, we're working with Intellectual Radio and streaming live 24/7. Sir, Bob. And hey, you can also own your own show if you'd like that too. Here at Society's People, here at Intellectual Radio, you can own your own show. You can call 708-223-8953, of course. 53. That's 708-223-8953. And this is Joey Pierce for Society's People. We'll be back in a moment, so hang in there with us, guys, please. Thank you. Okay, thank you. Hi, guys. We're back, and here's a little bit more information for you. So you will hear us talking all about what's going on in not only in the community, but what's going on with our guests. You will hear about it, and we hope that you will pay attention to it and take down those phone numbers also, because we're all the kinds of people who make society tick, as I mentioned earlier. Doctors, lawyers, nurses, and moms, and dads, and grandparents, and clubs, and business organizations, and agencies. You're invited to be a guest on the show. So we would love for you to give us a call. Again, we're at 708 227 2527, or you can call Intellectual Radio and get more information at 708 223 8953. So call in and reserve some time with us. We'd certainly like to talk with you about your dream. In other words, it's like, what's your dream? We would certainly like to know what is your dream, and things that you are dreaming of, things that you want to do. And we had our students on last week. Our students from Julian Junior High School, these were our junior achievers. And to be learning about what their gift is. Those were our students from spoken word. And they read their poetry. Our teacher was here. I thought Mr. Colucci would be here again today because I didn't touch base with him, but hoping that but anyway, we want to help our students learn about mercy in the biblical sense. That's what we do also. We want to also help our students learn about their physical strength, mathematical understanding, a little bit of humor also, and how to really pay attention and listening. Those are just things that we feel like are some of the gifts that are God-given gifts that are imparted to you through your parents. So we appreciate it. We really appreciate it. And here, something else is new. We're having open auditions that's coming up. If you want to be in this year's talent showcase, the Talents Unlimited Variety Show is going to be all kinds of talents for the Taste of Oak Park that's coming up. Our guests will also be on at the Taste of Oak Park talking about their businesses again. So it's all about businesses, because businesses and people make society tick, 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 tick. Yes, sir, Bob. The concert stage is going to be in August. I think it's August the 26th. I don't think there's a change there yet, but it's going to be August the 26th. We'll have food, flavor, and fun. Yes, sir, Bob. You can call and register your talent. Call 708-227-2527, because we'd like to highlight those that are talented on stage, and we're going to be taping that also. And so the talent agents are also seeking Singers, dancers, bands, comedians, groups, actors, all kinds of talent. We present it from the talent house. So that's the talent showcase. So we'd certainly like for you to touch base with us. Call us, guys, at 708-227-2527. And when I mentioned the junior achievers earlier, the junior achievers, we teach them entrepreneurship, and we also teach them how to, well, of course, entrepreneurship is learning how to make money. So we talk with them about how to earn money, make a product, earn the money, and then learn. It's what you earn. When you earn it, you got to learn how to keep it, and you got to learn how to spend it. So those are for some of the, that's why we had the kids on last, and we're going to have more of them on also. With us, guys. We'll be back in a moment and tell you more about junior achievers. All right, thank you. Okay, guys, we're back. Hi, thank you. And now we're speaking now about junior achievers. Junior achievers ages 13 to 18. Actually, we have a smaller junior achievement program that starts at age 5 when they first go to kindergarten. So junior achievement is a national program. It's called JA, Economics for Success. And that helps our students. A lot of our students have learned about on our spoken word program at Julian School. Julian School is located 416 South Ridgeland in Oak Park, Illinois. We thought that they were going to be here, but they were here last week, and I'm sure you saw them on as we streamed to iHeartRadio. And sure, the kids make their own product. Well, we're teaching them that now, so they can make their own product, then sell their product at the Taste of Oak Park, as well as the businessmen who will be coming to the Taste of Flavor of Oak Park. That's the name of it, Taste the Flavor of Oak Park. And they will sell their ware. And it's not what you earn, it's how you spend it. It's how you spend it. This is what we teach our children. You may make a lot of money, but if you waste it on irresponsible stuff, you're not going to keep it. You won't be able to buy a house and all that. So those are things that we teach them: budgeting, teach them all about expenses, and then too, even though they probably would want to, how to entertain, how much to spend. Junior achievement. What else do we have here? We have community meetings here at Austin Town Hall Park, 5610 West Lake Street. And that's located in the Austin community, and it's in Chicago. And one other thing that we have relating to junior achievement is scholarships. And I believe that there is more than $5,000 and $10,000 in scholarships that our junior achievers can receive. They make their application for the scholarship, and we see how well they've improved over the 4 years, if they've been with us for 4 years, even if they've been with us for a year. So we have students that just graduated from 8th grade, and we're going to see how many will be getting scholarships. So it's all about achievement. It's all about helping the students learn how to achieve what they can do, we help them to believe in themselves, faith, and to find out what their dream is. It's like, I think you just said about something about somebody asked you, what do you want to be when you grow up? That was you, mm-hmm. Right? Yes, sir. Mm-hmm. What do you want to be when you grow up? And that was Mr. Parnell, and he said he wants to be her. Mm-hmm. And surely his dad didn't understand that, but but he is successful in what he is doing. He learned the in and outs and the ropes of becoming a diver. And boy, oh boy, you should see his studio. It's really swell. And again, that studio is located at
5831 West Madison Street in Oak Park. In Chicago.
In Chicago. That's right near
2 blocks east of Austin.
2 blocks east of Austin Avenue in Chicago. Madison Avenue. Please.
My number is 773-412-23.
Okay. And now, let's give your number again for Logan
Video and Video and Photography. My number is 708-253. I also have a website, www.loganverb.com.
Got that, guys? When you get ready to look at us each time, make sure you always bring a pencil and always write down what we're talking about. Write down that number, write down the address, and also the phone number. So we're trying to key you into what's going on here with Society's people, because we are the people who make society tick, because we're builders. And yes, we are definitely builders. Concrete, but it's in the concrete of the mind, guys. You got to remember that. They have contractors who build, and they are called builders. We are builders of the mind to help you learn how to do what it is that you have probably been dreaming of or not dreaming of. So begin to dream, begin to take that dream and make it a reality. And you can do it. You can do anything you want to do, of course, with God's help. You do have God's help. If you don't have it, you better start asking for it, young folk, and it will come to you. Those are things that you can begin to dream about.
We have a Facebook account. If you want to see all the travels that we perform, and we're someplace different in the world every 2 months. Again, this year already we've been to Indonesia, diving in Singapore. Right. Okay. We've been to Curacao. We're getting ready to go to Cuba. Then we have Bonaire coming up. We have Cozumel. Then we have Palau and Yap in Micronesia. And all of these pictures and everything are posted on our Facebook account at Mike Parnell's Magnum Scuba. Mike Parnell's Magnum Scuba. You'll see everything that we're involved in.
Wow.
All over the world.
Yeah. Hey, that's on the Facebook?
It's on Facebook.
Are we still on Facebook, engineer? So we're still on Facebook. And so go to Facebook, guys. Remember, that's one of those avenues that you can travel in. Just go traveling.
Yes.
As you go traveling, and you'll find out what you can do on the net. Guys, I'm sort of not that familiar with the net, and I know that it's a lot of things that I don't know that I am beginning to learn about the net. I've been doing this for because I really started it when I was at Channel 26, and I was about 19. A little over 80 now. So I'm trying to get all of this together because it's my love. Apparently, this is my love. And I try to promote just folks, people who make society tick, 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 tick. Yes, sir, Bob. So almost time for us to be getting out of here. We certainly appreciate your listening today, and hopefully you'll be able to hear us again. So remember that number for Intellectual Radio, which is 708-223-8953, and also Society's People, 708-725-27, Society's People Radio. And I have some information that I'd like to give to our folks too. Okay, guys, we're out of here. Thanks. We'll see you again next Tuesday. Okay, remember those phone numbers. God bless you all. And thank you and take care.